Hey everyone, I guess I'm live already. I'm gonna start doing these live videos because I figured I wanted to do a bot on how I set it up, but at the same time, I don't really have the time to do it and then do the live stream or video on it. So I'm just gonna do it as I'm doing it every day. So as I'm doing my work, as if I'm just sitting there for my own trades, you can then just peek in, ask some questions, and go from there. Uh, so I'm gonna name this video real quick, crypto trade bot for EOS setup, scalping with HAAS online bot. All right, this is how I set up my bot and calculations. And then if you guys want to join my Wolfpack VIP group, uh, I can support you guys much better there. Okay. So in the meantime, you'll get to see some of this stuff, and then I probably won't be showing everything. And if you have any questions, go ahead and put in a live chat. I am able to see you. So go ahead and go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and first show you my screen, and I'm gonna move this aside. There it is. So this is the spreadsheet I use to determine the ranges of how high it's trading on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1 hour mark. And I'm going to pull up the charts as I do this, and I'm going to fill this out. So I have one here. I'm going to redo this entire EOS trading because it's not that clean. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this real quick. And I'm going to reset this up using this as a copy. And so I'm going to duplicate this and name this EOS. So what this scalping bot we're gonna set up, it basically does quick scalps on different ups and downs on different timelines. So you don't want to put too high of a trade because if it doesn't fill completely, your bot gets stuck. Also, you don't want to start the bot when it's downtrending because the bot will get stuck too. That's when you back test it, you notice like it doesn't work. Because depending on where it was, EOS was downtrending. I think it's gonna start to pick back up. So I'm not gonna look at the back test too much, but I'll show you what's gonna happen when I try to back test it. The numbers I put in won't work because it got stuck. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and set up a brand new bot, scalper bot. I'm gonna say here EOS, and I'm gonna call it the 5-minute. So I'm gonna call 5M trade. Okay, and I've created a group for it so I can manage them all at the same time as a group. Okay, there it is. Alright, so before I actually start doing that, let's go ahead and look at the charts real quick on Binance. And I started trading on Binance because just withdrawals are much better, I'd say. I feel more comfortable when I withdraw something, it comes out right away, and I don't have to wait a few days. I do have some coins stuck in limbo because it hit BTC. So because of that, and that's not cool. I don't like that anymore, and I'm not going to use them. And also Binance also has Binance coins, which reduces the fee in half if you have some Binance coins that you purchase. So let's go ahead and look at the basic chart, and I'm going to check out EOS in the trading range for the 5-minute mark and fill out the spreadsheet. Okay, it's a little slow right now, but bear with me here. If you guys wouldn't mind saying where you guys are from, just type in the chat. I appreciate it. I see a couple of people watching, but I wouldn't mind interacting with you while this is pulling up here. Let's see if I can actually pull up a chart on my bot instead, if it shows up. Yes, 5-minute. Open trade book, trade look, analyzer. Alright, at least I can see something here. Alright, so based on this, let's go to the 5-minute mark. I'm just going to use this for now because Binance isn't working out so well right now. So as far as picking out these, I'm just gonna look at certain points that actually been pretty common. Okay, so in the 5 minute mark, I'm gonna look at and say, hey, you know what? It's trading between. I see a lot of these sizes that are about this size. So I'm gonna look at the bottom, which is 0.71763. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my spreadsheet. 0.0071763. All right, and let's go back over here. 71763 to about 72104. So let's go with that. Alright, well that is negative, so let me reverse it somehow. Let me put that here real quick. I didn't want to do that actually. Just want that number. There we go. Good old switcheroo. And there it is, highest to lowest. That's the trade range, an average trade range for that 5 minute mark. All right, and then the looking back at the charts here for the last 5 minutes, it's kind of around the 0.7 mark, so it can only probably go up from here, 0.7 to 0.8. So I'm gonna put that on the side. So it's been trading between 0.07 to 0.08, and that's the trade range. It could go to 0.9 or it could go down to 0.6, but we don't know where it's heading right now. But 0.7 is kind of where it's floating between 0.7 and 0.8, and it's gone up as high as 0.01. Okay, so 0.07 has probably been the lowest. So I'm gonna go update the scale of my chart here. So this is this part of the scale, 0.07. And just in case it falls below, I'm gonna go ahead and cover that too, okay? And the purpose of the scale is so that we can calculate the proper percentage, because if the price goes up, the percentage of that also changes, as you can see here, because then it's this change on the 5 minute scale divided by a different dollar amount. So you kind of see here, it's basically this number divided by that, and then this is the trade fee, okay, that I've included already in there. So make sure that we need to hit these percentages in order to cover our trade fee and plus achieve what we want to achieve. Okay, now if we trade 5 coins, and all the green stuff is where we can actually enter our numbers, we will actually earn 0.0017 ether every 5 minutes if it does that. Okay. Now, if it doesn't fill all the way, then you'll get stuck. Like, so you probably put too high of a number, it probably won't fill that fast within that time frame. Okay, so looking at the volume also helps too on Binance if it comes through. But right now, I think 5 is pretty considerable. Let me just go there. Alright, so as far as trade book, I don't think I have a trade book right here, so I'm not going to be able to do that right now. Alright, so looking at this, doesn't tell me the volume. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to our next one now, our 15-minute mark. 15-minute mark, I'm just going to eyeball it, kind of pick a typical size to notice some of the green ones. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of eyeball this one too. 0.71295, okay. 0.007. Okay, and then the other one is Was it this one? 71295. I probably looked at, yeah, 1295 to about 71962. All right, so now probably have this. I'm doing it backwards. Sorry. Let me go ahead and switch this over again. But you can see the numbers all there. There you go. I'm getting better at doing this. There you go. I should probably flip this from low to high or high to low. Maybe I'll do high to low this time. All right, so that's it for that. So this is the trade range. It's 6 and 3, so it probably doubled. And if you trade 5 coins out of this, we will earn $40 per 15 minutes. Okay, or at least, and actually that's per day. So this is per trade, per 30 minutes, per hour, per day. So this is what I've kind of calculated there. Okay. All right, and then I'll do another one, 30 minutes, 30-minute chart. And I'm going to zoom in here too, so kind of eyeball which one between these two marks. So I'm going to go from high to low, 73335. Okay, and the low of 71805. Alright, so that's the trading range for the 30-minute mark. And we're going to do the 1 hour. Alright, so these are a little more slimmer, it looks like. So I'm going to kind of be a little more, see what's the common size. Probably around maybe these little guys here. So let's go with the high again. 0.74171, 74171. Let's go. That's good. 7417. Okay. Alright, that's good. Alright, so I'm gonna go down here. 0.073511. Alright. Let's take out one of these guys. Okay. So now you need Binance to work. And if it's not working, it might be because I am streaming, maybe, but we'll see. Alright, so I know that's based on certain trades. You know, 250 is about $250 that we're gonna be trading this. This would be 50 bucks, 50 bucks, 50 bucks. And so you kind of look at it and go, okay, so based on this trading range, that might be a little too tiny per hour. Let's see here, 25. This seems to be the best. And here, so I might want to bump this up a little, but sometimes when the 5-minute works out, you don't have to do all of them. So it kind of gives you an idea where I might want to do the 5-minute one because it kind of makes sense, and the 30-minute one because that kind of makes sense too. At 25, let's see if I bump to 25. So we're just gonna kind of optimize and configure, see what we can get away with, and see what makes it worthwhile. So these are pretty nice numbers. 25, can it fill? I believe it will. So I might actually go with this because that looks like pretty substantial numbers. And the 1 hour, it may or may not make sense because it seems like it might be similar or underperforming, or my math is wrong. Okay, 74177. So let's kind of double check this 1 hour again. I might have punched something in wrong. It is the 1 hour chart. It did move from this point to this point. So let me just pick another one. So it's 77021. That might be why. I don't know. Let's see here. 77021. 2. 75039. Okay. 7721. So it's a little bit of a bigger move here. Numbers are looking congruent. 1 day, 152. 1 hour. Okay. I think I need to double check these numbers real quick. 2008. 25. So that's my profit per trade. And this is my ETH, what it's worth. And so this is per 1 hour for 24 hours. This is off. Okay, so apparently 30-minute is actually, at least the one I picked out, seems to be doing a little better than the 1 hour. So we may or may not set those two up. So let's go ahead and set these two up for now, the 5-minute and 30-minute right now. And we'll probably squeeze in the 15 for now, and then the 1 hour we'll kind of let it, sit on some wayside for a little bit until I figure out what is going on. Because okay, there you go. The 1 hour is actually making this a little less. Okay, based on what I picked out. Sometimes it might not make sense to go 1 hour if 30 minutes is sufficient to cover it. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and set this up now. I am going to go ahead and go to the 5-minute mark, and let's go back to my bot. Alright, so my 5 minutes here. And I'm going to remove the trading fee because there's this thing about, I noticed that it doesn't sell the entire position. It leaves some behind when you have a fee there. So it kind of, I don't know why it does that. Maybe there's certain understanding behind it, but I don't get why. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, then we have a 0.7683 calculation. And then the opposite of that, I'm willing to take a 99.23% risk on it. I'll just round it down to 99, or I'll use it as this, 99.23. Okay. Alright. So there you go. And that is saved. Now if I do back test this, remember it was on a downtrend. So if it did go on a downtrend in the last 2 hours, it'll probably just buy and get stuck. Okay. So it made a trade here, and it sold for a little more, and it made 1.1 ETH. Oh no, oh no, actually we're selling. Yeah, let me update this. 25. That's what we're trading with. Okay, let me back test again. All right. All right. So in that 2 hour, 2 hours, it only was able to find 3 trades or 2 trades. So I bought in at 0.18, sold at 0.25, and I bought in again at 0.710, and it's waiting to sell again. Okay, now I'm guessing it probably got stuck, okay, because of the downtrend. So we need to be careful here, and if it does get stuck, we just need to make sure that we check on our bot. We know that it's stuck, and kick it out. So let's go up in the analyze, and I'll show you where it probably got stuck. So it's best not to run this when it's on a downtrend. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at it. So you see the white is the buy order, the sell is a blue. Alright, so in the last 2 hours right here, just gonna zoom in real quick. It went ahead and bought, and it sold. And then this is a 1 hour mark, so let me look at the 5-minute mark. We'll see what happens here. Alright, let's see here. Let me zoom out. Okay, so it bought here, and it sold here, and it bought here, and then it got stuck because now it can't sell higher unless this bumps back up. Okay, so you kind of see how that works in the last 2 hours that this was working it out. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for you in the 5 minute mark. I know that we were trying to scalp out these tiny ones, so you see that there's these really tiny ones that just really you can't really squeeze in, so it kind of probably took on a couple more before it actually was able to move high enough. And we probably picked a little bit of a higher block, so maybe if we picked like a smaller one that would move faster, the tallest one that you could, the smallest one that you could find, it could probably move in every single block. Okay, but that means you're gonna have a smaller percentage. So let's try that. Okay, so we're gonna start with 0.72071, 0.72. Let's try that. Is that right? 7221, 72071, 72071. See, that's where you messed up on these 720, and that one little thing messes up a lot. 727. Wish we just copy and paste. 72701 and 72028. I'll just go 72028. Okay. 7228. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna write this down on paper. 0.0072092. Okay, I keep looking back. It kind of takes too much time looking back and forth. And 0.0071553. Okay, so that's a little bit more a smaller block, I'd say. Maybe I picked a too high of a one. That's why it didn't work out at first, or it didn't trade that much. 72092, and then 0.0071553. Now also you have to consider the fee. So maybe the fee was a little too high, and that's why it didn't trade on every single 5 minute block as we had anticipated here on these numbers. Okay, so just make a note of that. So that's our new percentage now. It's going to be a 1% instead of a that high. So let's go back and update those numbers and see what happens. I don't think that's going to make any difference because it's supposed to be smaller. So maybe that was too big of a block. Alright, let's see. Yep, that's what I expected. So let's play with this a little more. Let's try to pick out a tinier one. And I think after a couple more tries, if it doesn't make sense, 'cause I think the fee is getting in the way. The 0.01% is so much bigger than this tiny hundreds of thousands of fractions here. Alright, so here's a. What are we doing here? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Let's try a smaller one. .0071411. Okay. 0.0071225. Oh, these are tiny numbers. Alright, so we'll see what happens. And I am trading on Ethereum EOS pair, by the way. just in case. And I don't. I mean, I would trade on a U.S. tether, but I heard there's a lot of controversy of them printing extra cash that they don't actually have, and all this other jazz that you could get shut down and lose all your money, kind of thing. So 0.51%. See how that goes. I think that might work a little better now. Using the smallest block you can find. 1.51. Okay. Every time you enter something, you want to save. I don't think I'm gonna clear it until I start the bot. I need to do clear history. Alright, so I guess it is what it is. I'm gonna go with that. That the bot got stuck because it was a downtrend, and if it was uptrend, it would work a lot better. See, so this is what happened here in bot, and it tanked, and it got stuck unless it picks back up. And so we're here at this point. It's still low, so we're gonna wait till an uptrend before I actually start this bot. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with to these settings here. I'm gonna set up every single one, and I'm gonna group them so that I can start all the bots at the same time by starting a group. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my bot, set up the rest of them, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clone it, clone the bot 1.5. Alright, so it's good to understand where in the position that you are, because when I first started this, I was like, what's going on? Like, why isn't it working? And then you test it, and then like, what happened? So now I have a better understanding of it. I know when to start it properly. So we're gonna put 1.31 to do the 1.31 to do the 15-minute swings. 98.69. Save that. Okay, and that should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and not run. I'm gonna clear this. Yes. And I'm gonna go ahead and oops, I edited the wrong one. That happens too. Alright, so this is 1.31. $98.69. Save. Now the safety threshold, it doesn't have to be the opposite of this percentage. It could just be 99 too. I just like to let it lose this just enough of my target percentage and swing back up. I don't know, that's just a preference. And I'm gonna clear it. And we're in the ether position, so we need to buy coins. I think this was probably like a past one that I had before. Yeah, I think I'm getting them mixed up here in 15 minutes. Okay, never mind. So this is 5 minute is not correct. This one should be 0.51. 99.49. Save and clear. Okay. This one is 1.31. 1.31. 98.69. Save. Clear. Yes. And save again. Alright, now the 30-minute mark. clone. Clone it, and then I have 2.75 for that swing, and loss of 97.25. 25. Trade fee 0 because I already took account of that in here in my target percentage. And save. Now if you notice that if you don't put this the fee to 0, it'll leave some EOS behind and start accumulating EOS from higher prices and stuff. So I didn't like that. Alright, so that's done. 15 minutes. Am I on the wrong one? Oh, damn I. Oh, why does it do that? Okay, so it looks like when you clone it, you need to switch over. Otherwise, you're doing the wrong one. So I'm going to call this one the 30-minute now. Getting better at this stuff. 30-minute. And then my 15-minute right here. I want to switch to 15 minutes. This is a little finicky. Might need to ask them to update this part so it's a little more intuitive. Alright, then we're going to clone again. And I'm going to remember to switch to that one, to the 1 hour. So I'm still in 30-minute, I need to switch over to the 1 hour. There it is. Now I'm in the 1 hour. And the 1 hour, I'm going to tweak this a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and update it anyway. Maybe a little bit smaller, or no, it's bigger than this. 275. Yeah, it looks like even though the target percentage is higher, but yet it didn't make sense. So maybe with a higher percentage, I might want to go with the higher trade amount because it doesn't happen as frequent, and I can increase the amount. But when you look at it, you're probably better off not doing it, because then if you just increase this here, you still supposedly can do more better. Or maybe I just picked a really big one compared to the 1 hour, or the 1 hour and a half hour. It doesn't make any difference between the two because it doesn't move as often. Okay, so I'll probably go forego the 1 hour, at least because of the math. It's telling me don't do it, so I won't. So it's going to delete that. Alright, so that is it. I'm going to wait until it does an uptrend. I'm going to delete this other scalper bot that is not needed. It's probably outdated anyway. And EOS flash crash. This one's running right now. It's I don't know how it's doing right now. It did make some buys and it's waiting for the bounce back up to sell. And it already has a sell order placed in. I think I messed up here on the settings, so it's trying to sell again and again, but it's already in. The orders are already there, waiting to be filled. Alright, and I'm going to delete this too. And that's pretty much it. So I am done now. You guys have any questions on this? Took me a half hour to create it. I'm gonna let this run. I'll do an update tomorrow on how this goes. But yeah, definitely this stuff will be in my Wolfpack VIP group, which I put the link below on how you can join and sign up and get the spreadsheet. And also, once we figure out the settings, kind of like how I'm doing here, you have other coins that you're interested in, Ripple, DCN, whatever. You can then enter it here, figure out these trade ranges, and then trade and create 3 bots, scalping out the micro movements, the medium-sized movements, and the 30-minute movements on there.